YouTube, Curtain6693 here to bring you gaming anime news as well as anything that I find interesting. Sorry guys, I know I've been away for a couple of days, like at least 2 weeks, like 1.5, 2 weeks. The reason why is just I've been so busy with school, busy with other things. I haven't had time to post a video. I mean, I've seen a lot of the news that come out. Like the Steam controller, things with the Xbox, things with PS4. GTA 5. I know the main the main news to come out. I just haven't had a chance to make a video about it. But I'm back. I'm back. Um, today I just want to start off talking about the Breaking Bad finale. Now I know I haven't reviewed Breaking Bad on my channel before, but I really wanted to talk about it because the finale was just such a huge phenomenon, just a huge phenomenon, a huge thing for everybody. And just for you, so you guys who haven't seen it yet, spoilers are ahead because I'm going full ham on this one. So just let you know. All right, let's get started. So finale, man, finale of Breaking Bad. Where to begin? Well, I will say I'll just give a general consensus. I think this episode wrapped up everything. For the most part, most of the important stuff was wrapped up, and so cleanly too. Like I like how Walt had a final conversation with Skyler, and he finally admits he didn't do it for his family, or he may have it first, but he mostly did it for himself. At least once he pretty much became Heisenberg, it wasn't about his family, it was about him because he said he was good at it. It gave him a thrill, it gave him excitement, you know. And I think that was a huge step for Walt. I think that was a great sense of closure in that statement, in him saying, I did it for me, um, and I think that last conversation with him and Skylar was really well. He pretty much admitted, hey, I'm a bad person. I fucked up, but hey, And I like how that he looks at his daughter. I think her name's Holly, the baby, one last time. There was a really gloomy episode. If you guys ever know this, I mean, of course I know it's the finale, but it was really gloomy. Like you could really tell that Walt knew that that was it for him. You could tell deep down that he knew that he was probably gonna die soon. you know. Then there was that, and then there was like, he saw his kid one last time. He saw his other kid, the one in the walk. I can't think of his name right now. I know I'm bad. I'm terrible. But saw him one last time. And then at the end of the episode he ends up poisoning Lydia with the ricin. And oh man, and then the one part, where he goes over to Todd's uncle, and in the place, and then the gun and shooting everybody through the wall. It was all great. But I can tell you, I knew that Walt got shot because I remember seeing him in the end. He kind of had he kind of had like a and I knew then, oh yeah, he got hit, and then he's probably gonna bleed out or die or something. And man, when he finally came face to face with Jesse, you could tell Jesse had been through hell. I feel so bad for Jesse, especially on season 5B, pretty much season 6. I don't, they might as well call it season 6, but 5B, he honestly, all of season 5, he went through a lot of shit, and you could tell he was defeated. He was at that point he pretty much had lost hope. After Andrea died. And see, and I'll be kind of honest, like that death really messed me up when they killed, because it was so quick, and then you see Jesse, in the previous episode he breaks down, and it's just like, oh man, I felt for Jesse. I don't care what anybody says. You cannot say you do not feel for Jesse in this episode. And then Jesse, he finally gets Todd. He gets him with the chains after everybody's pretty much killed off, and he kills them, and I was like, yeah. And then him and Jesse have a final standoff. And then Walt's like, I'm done. You can kill me now. And then Jesse sees his wound. He's like, I'm not gonna kill you, dude. And he says just do it yourself. And then he walks off. And then and then him and I love that scene where him and Jesse have that final nod where they kind of have like that thing, because I mean they both went through a lot of shit, and when you think about it, how far they've come, I mean. They just came a long way, and arrived at that point. And I even think Jesse knew that Walt was finished, and so he pretty much left Walt to his business. And This is just a very, very gloomy episode. I was surprised actually at how calm the episode was. Like the first 40 minutes, there was a lot of stuff that went on, but see, I thought that the finale was going to be like an hour and a half of just action and killing and blood, but actually no. Actually, most of it was really just tying up loose ends. Setting this stage, setting next stage. Then before you know it, then at the end everyone gets killed off. But it's I think in a strange way it was a very fitting end for Walt. If there's only one, I won't even say if this is a complaint. This is just one thing that I wish they could have done was maybe have like an extra scene after the credits where Jesse reunites with Brock, because Brock is pretty much an orphan now. It would have been really cool to have seen something like that. Where he's driving back and he go, I don't know, wherever the hell Brock is. He goes back to Brock and I guess they reunite or something. That would have been cool, and it kind of like hints that Jesse is going to take care of Brock from now on. And, but yeah, it is a very good episode. And I will say Breaking Bad, especially season 5. I've seen all the previous seasons, but especially season 5, I think is probably one. This era's Breaking Bad era was probably some of the best television we've ever had. And I'll say the same thing for like for other shows too. I think TV shows are actually starting to make a comeback. And I'm not talking about MTV and all that shit. I'm talking about like legit. I'm talking about like Breaking Bad, Walking Dead. I mean, I've heard that the Dexter finale wasn't all that. I've never seen Dexter. Well, I've seen one season, but I heard that the newest season or the finale wasn't all that. But even still, though, I heard it's still a good show. So you have that, you have Dexter, like I said, Breaking Bad and Walking Dead, and you got like Game of Thrones. You have True Blood. You had Spartacus a little while back. You have good shows now. You know what I mean? You have good shows, and then there's Orange is the New Black on Netflix, and just all these new shows, especially these more mature shows, and I really do think that this is going to be this is good for TV, because I've been kind of honest for like the past couple of years, in my opinion. Like TV is just been kind of overall dead to me. I won't say dead, but just it hasn't been the same. So yeah, I would definitely say the TV shows are kind of. I think are starting, especially the better TV shows are starting to make a comeback. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this Breaking Bad finale. Did you think it was a fitting end for Walt? Do you think that the characters got what they deserved? And I also forgot to touch on the beginning of the episode. When Walt met with those two rich people. Who he used to work with. And it was so badass. When he pointed to the assassins, which turns out to be those other two dudes that Jesse hang out with, and then that scene was so badass. But like he gave the money to them, and then they're going to give the money to his son when he grows up. And man, just what you guys think about this finale? Do you think it was a fitting end? Do you think Breaking Bad set a new standard for TV shows? Let me know, guys, please. And I'll be posting more videos in the near future. I'm gonna start to come back with more videos consistently, and I'll see you guys later. Current 6693 out.